When I go back through your timeline, I see where you have cheated yourself out of maybe I was going to say something else, but your team says friendships or things of that nature, to where it's hard for you to really trust somebody. And when you do that, you're so guarded that you can't really be yourself. And then it's not authentic. It's like the energy flow is not there. I'm just going to scan your energetic field here just a bit. Um, we love the way that you are able to adapt to what is happening around you. You're very good at pivoting. And when something happens that you're not expecting, you do very well at just coming up with plan B. So we like that about your energetic field. And what I'm doing, I'm just still kind of scanning your aura here just a bit. One thing that your spirit team is telling me is that you might find that you will start to notice things that you might not have noticed before. And it might start with things in your home. You might look at your baseboards and think, oh, I didn't realize they were that dirty. And all of a sudden now it's going to start to bother you. Or look up at ceiling fans and things of this nature. But it's not only going to be in your home, it's going to be even with people that you know. And you're going to start to see them maybe through a different lens, or see different things about them that you never noticed before. Things will also start to bother you. More little tiny things will start to get on your nerves more than what they used to. And what your spirit team is telling me is that all of this is a combination of your senses just heightening. I don't know if this has happened to you yet. Has any of this happened to you yet?
Definitely.
Okay. And so from our perspective, this is a good thing, because it's going to branch out into other areas. What else do we have here, Irene? One thing that they're showing me is that you are going to, they're showing me you're going to pave a road you're going to pave a road that hasn't been paved yet, which tells me that you're going to go down and maybe start to do things your own way. You're not going to follow other people. You're going to come up, I almost want to say you're going to come up with your own modality. I don't know if you teach. It doesn't have to be on a spiritual level.
Mm-hmm.
It could even be that you are a teacher in some way. But you're going to come up with your own way of doing things. And you're kind of going to throw out the things that you learned from the past. You're also going to things are going to start to come up for you that you learned as a child. And you're starting to realize, hey, wait a minute, some of these things aren't making sense anymore. It might have to do with religion. It might just have to be with really anything. But you're going to start to do some soul searching. I am so drawn to when you were 4 years old. They're telling me that something happened maybe in the family dynamics, or something happened to you at 4 years old. They're showing me a little girl who's very intuitive, but who's quite an observer, which most children at that age are.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just telling me that there was something in the family dynamics. Did something happen with your mom and your dad, or anything in the family dynamics when you were like 4 or 5 years old?
Not that I can recall, but I feel like, after I hear it, it's something where you kind of reflect and you're like, wait a second, actually, yes, but not at the moment. I can't think of anything.
Okay, that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Because they show me what spirit usually does is they'll take me back through your timeline. They show me 4 years old, 4 and 5, and then they show me 8. And there's something about when you started school. Wow, that, of course it does. It throws all of us off when we go to kindergarten and we see other children and they live differently than we do. And then you start to kind of read them, I guess is what your spirit team is telling me. And you're very good at picking up on the energies of other people around you. And this is another thing that's going to start to really heighten with you. Do you own a deck of either tarot cards or angel cards or something? Because they're kind of showing me there might be something coming up in the very near future where you might even start to read for yourself or for others. Do you have any of those decks?
Um, I used to, not anymore.
Okay. This might be something that comes up. It doesn't mean that you're going to read for other people, but it could mean that you just want to kind of dig a little bit deeper inside of you.
Hmm.
And it's what we call a little bit of soul searching. They're showing me no stone left unturned. And you're even going to go back and start to hash up maybe past romances or past friendships that you think didn't end well. And you're going to start to really learn a lot from what you're picking up from in your past. And Irene is my joy guide. I can hear Irene say, and then your future will be like smooth sailing for a bit. Of course, we know,
Hmm.
uh, life's not going to be perfect and great all the time. But there's a part of you that you're like, you know what? I am ready for life to get easier. I
Hmm.
am ready to get a free break. I am sick of drawing the short straw. When is it my turn? And your spirit team wants me to tell you, just hang tight because you have been, they show me like a slingshot, like you have been pulled back. And when they pull the slingshot back, that means you're kind of in a stuck mode. But once you let go of that, wow, you just catapult. So they said, your time is coming. And they said, when you draw the longer straw, it's going to be the longest straw in the bunch. So there will be a lot of things that are going to manifest for you. And they're telling me that you have been working on trying to manifest in your future. Is that correct?
Yes, definitely.
And they're telling me that they have been, some of these things your spirit team wants me to tell you, they have been working on these for quite some time. It may not come in the way that you think it should,
Hmm.
but that's okay because what I'm getting from your spirit team is it's probably going to end up better than what you thought or better than what you thought the outcome was.
Hmm.
Sometimes when we put an outcome on something that we want to manifest, and if it doesn't come back in a timely manner, or if it doesn't come back the way we think it should, then, oh no, we think we've done something wrong. The minute it does that, it throws you back to square one. But they're telling me we don't see you going back to square one. We see where you start to pivot. I think that's what we started out with your reading is that you're good at pivoting and you understand that your higher self and your spirit team knows a little bit more than you do and that you trust them to guide you. Is that correct?
Definitely.
So they're saying stay the course, but don't forget to take time for yourself and to have fun. You are really good you're a good doer. You can do things, but we also see where you put a lot of pressure on your shoulders. And we don't want you to walk around like you have a heavy cloud around you, like, oh, I'm stressed out, because you can tend to put too much on yourself.
Hmm.
And they're wanting you to make sure that you carve out a piece each day where, and you don't have to do anything. Sometimes that is what makes you the happiest is when your head quits talking, when you can just chill and not think or do anything.
Hmm.
And so that's what they're saying. Make sure that you give yourself time to enjoy the little things in life too. Of course, we love everybody to be outside, but we love animals for you too. Do you love animals?
Certain ones.
Do you have a dog? I'm seeing either a dog or a cat.
No, I have a cat.
Okay. Oh, Irene, you're funny. Uh, does your cat have an attitude? Most cats do. What are we
Yeah,
saying?
of course.
I got to tell you, we are seeing where you're going to start to really get fond. And here's the thing: even though you're a cat lover, we're seeing a very high probability that you might end up with a furry little friend like a dog, and you're like, there's no way. But there's a part of you that feels sorry for the underdog, feels sorry for the little critters. It's not like you're going to go searching for this dog. This dog might come and find you. And I
Mhm.
don't want to say, oh, you feel like you're going to get stuck with him, but you will love him, and you will grow a wonderful bond with this dog. So this might be a little bit into the future.
Mhm.
Um, and we feel like at this point you might still have your cat at the same time. So kind of funny. Wow, that took a turn, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
You know what? I don't normally do this because I only do this when when people pay for readings. I don't know your spirit team, and Irene is saying we'd like to open up for a question. Do you have one question you'd like to ask?
Just any, I mean, I know you kind of touched on kind of manifesting things and future and stuff. But I guess as far as like a romantic path, do you see anything in that regard specifically changing, or, I don't know what the question is, but yeah, anything like significant about a romantic, sooner than later relationship?
Okay. As you're talking, the first thing I'm picking up on is I'm seeing the word fear above your head. There is a part of you that I can see you like dipping your toe in the water, but you're scared to jump in. There's a part of you that has your heart so guarded. Um, does that make sense?
Hmm.
They want me to tell you, they want me to, I guess, reassure you that you understand that when you get into a relationship, it's a 50-50 chance that that person could hurt your, could break your heart, but you could break that person's heart as well.
Hmm.
And and you cheat yourself. When I go back through your timeline, I see where you have cheated yourself out of maybe I was going to say something else, but your team says friendships or things of that nature, to where it's hard for you to really trust somebody. And when you do that, you're so guarded that you can't really be yourself. And then it's not authentic. It's like the energy flow is not there.
Hmm.
We do feel like you are about this close to getting to where you're like, you know what? I'm ready to just jump in. I want a relationship because I'm sick of being alone. So we do see that. You're good at manifesting. Start throwing it out to the universe what you want in a person. You don't have to know exactly what they look like, because your spirit team is telling me you might be surprised, because we do see someone maybe coming in for you, and it might be somebody that might not be your typical person that you would pick,
Hmm.
because when we go back through your timeline, you kind of pick the same type of person, I guess we want to say.
Hmm.
This person might be a little bit different than what you would normally pick. And it's going to sneak up on you. It might start out as a friendship, but I got to tell you, one thing they're showing me is that this person is funny, and who doesn't like a funny person?
Right.
And and it's just, you're just going to be so fond of this person. And again, when you try to manifest what you want in this person, throw it out to the universe and manifest it. And thank you, Irene. And she says, think about how you want to feel in a relationship. Focus on that. how do you want somebody to make you feel? We know you want somebody to make you feel secure, but
Mhm.
we also know that you need to have your voice and your opinion. You're not going to let somebody come in and snowball you and take control, because that is out of the question.
Yeah, for sure.
So we see where it will be a wonderful teeter totter. They always show me a teeter totter, and I kind of like it when it's level, and that is what they're showing me. But
Mhm.
and again, we're going to reiterate, this relationship might sneak up on you, and you might not realize that it's going to start out one way, but it's going to end a different way. And we love the way that we see it ending. So to wrap that in a nutshell, we do see. Thank you, Irene. We a lot of times we don't like to put time frames on things, because on this earth we have free will. But
Mhm.
one thing that they're showing me with you, we think that something could possibly take hold by the end of this year. And now your next question might be, do I know this individual?
Mhm.
Um, we're gonna teeter a little bit on, we don't think you've met this person yet. Sometimes it's hard for us to tell time because time
Mhm.
doesn't exist. We don't think you've met this person yet.
Okay.
So does that answer your question?
It does. Thank you.